Good morning and welcome back to it, guys. The Now Morning Show, your Tuesday edition. We are talking health as the Interinstitutional Planning Committee is getting ready for the 5th Annual Health Research Conference. To tell us more about it, we are joined by Mr. Dave Cassie, the co-chair of the Interinstitutional Planning Committee via Zoom. Good morning, Mr. Cassie, and welcome to the Now.
Thank you. Good morning, Ayinka, and good morning to your viewing and listening audience.
I appreciate you taking the time to give us some insight, but we will begin at the top, giving us a little bit of a breakdown as to what exactly or who exactly the Interinstitutional Planning Committee is and what their purpose is.
Okay, so wonderful. Well, first of all, I would like to bring you greetings on behalf of the chair of the Interinstitutional Planning Committee, that is Professor Donald Simeon, and the group of dedicated professionals that comprise this committee. Now, this committee actually is a wide cross-section of institutions and organizations across Trinidad and Tobago that are either directly involved in health or health-related research. And those institutions, for example, include the Ministry of Health, the Tobago House of Assembly, the Faculty of Medical Sciences, and the Caribbean Center for Health Systems Research and Development at the UWI, the University of Trinidad and Tobago, and the University of the Southern Caribbean, as well as the regional health authorities, as well as the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association.
Got it.
So that's the committee in a nutshell, representatives from those organizations and institutions. Yeah.
So, Mr. Cassie, describe to me a little bit as to what the committee hopes to achieve, because this is not the first conference of its type, but there are specific goals that each one should actually achieve. So could you describe to me what are some of those goals?
Right. So the committee gets together and plans, has been planning for the last 5 years, this conference wherein we set about to share research findings with key stakeholders, including persons like the ministries, the regional health authorities, as well as academic institutions. We want to also strengthen the national health research culture, as well as to build capacity and nurture junior researchers in the field of health and health-related research, as well as, again, to foster more collaboration among the different institutions with regard to research and other initiatives. And most importantly, as well, is to share policy relevant messages and information that would be of use for persons who are using this research, including policy makers and planners and decision makers. So that's what we intend to achieve.
So it sounds like a lot of discussion and exchange. Tell me a little bit as to who are some of the target persons. May not be done public from what I'm hearing, although we will benefit from it. So tell me a little bit as to who's going to be there and what shape it will take as well.
Sure. Well, the conference is the target audience in terms of the conference really comprises medical practitioners, health professionals, laboratory specialists. You can have as well administrators from the various regional health authorities, policy makers, researchers, university staff, and students, and the general public who might be interested in finding out what kind of health research is actually taking place in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
And in terms of the format, usually the conference has a format wherein we would have usually an opening ceremony, then we have some oral presentations, as well as poster presentations that can vary in terms of the type of topics. And again, if you're a member of the public and you're interested in finding out about digital health, mental health and well-being, infectious diseases and non-communicable diseases or nutrition, or even veterinary studies, the kinds of research that is taking place in those areas and more, the Hyatt Regency is the place to be on November 22nd, 2024.
We have a good bit of time and we will get to registration, but you did mention digital health, and I know the theme for this year's conference is in fact digital health transformation, leveraging technology for better care. Can you describe to me how that is going to be encompassed in this conference? Because when I think digital health, it's kind of a new term.
Right. So digital health transformation, leveraging technology for better care is, as you said, the theme of the conference. And again, from the presentations that will be there, as well as the discussions that will take place, It's really trying to speak to how digital innovations can help to shape or reshape health delivery management as well as patient outcomes. Again, when we think about this type of conference, we'll talk about even the integration of advanced technologies like AI or telemedicine, wearable devices, electronic health records, even mobile health apps, as well as data that could be used within healthcare systems. So some of the presentations will be targeted towards discussing some of that, as well as some of the research that persons have actually have been doing over the last year or so. And I can just point out to you quickly here. For example, one of the research presentations, exploring factors affecting technological acceptance among healthcare professionals, a systematic review, an audit of patient satisfaction in relation to telemedicine at the rheumatology outpatient clinic at the San Fernando Teaching Hospitals. That's just about two quick topics or presentations that will be there. And as you can see, it's speaking to the theme of our conference this year.
Most definitely. Now, if someone wanted to become a part of this conference, we know it's happening in November, but registration, can we start that process already?
Yes, so the registration for this full conference has already begun. It has been opened and it will remain open till November the 8th. Persons desirous of registering can join us. Well, click onto our website, sorry, at National Health Research Conference TT.com, and the information regarding registration is there. Students are $400 TT for registration fee, and for non-student delegates, it's 700 TT.
Sounds good. And as far as the conference itself goes, as much as you are mentioning the practitioners and other stakeholders that are involved, are there any sorts of prerequisites or even pre-conference activities that we should be aware of?
Well, actually, this year we are hoping we are in the final stages of putting on a virtual pre-conference workshop, and this is targeted to early researchers as well as seasoned researchers in the area of systematic reviews. And in fact, we will be featuring a team of research experts from Loma Linda University Health Center for Evidence Synthesis. This pre-conference, virtual pre-conference, will take place during the week of November the 11th, 2024. And like I said, we are hoping that we can have 2 afternoons of engagement with students and non-student researchers. And we're hoping to put on this at a very affordable price, as of course it's virtual.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a resounding success, and I wish you the best of luck and congratulate you in advance, because this being the 5th one, it means that something is being done right. But I will remind everyone that you can head over to their website, even as we speak, to register for the 5th annual National Health Research Conference happening at the Hyatt Regency on the 22nd of November. Now, Mr. Cassie, in terms of checking in with you for this event, we will certainly talk to you before then, but any others that we can look forward to on the calendar in future?
Well, as we said, certainly one of the highlights I really want to emphasize is that pre-conference workshop coming up. And I wonder if I could just take a minute to as well acknowledge some of the silver sponsors that have come on board to pledge their support behind the full conference event. Persons like Smith Robinson, Sabga Foundation, VS Marketing, NGC, that's the National Gas Company, Trinidad, the Guardian Group, TAM Construction, Caribbean Urology Clinic, and the Trade Department of the British High Commission, as well as Rio Med. And we're also hoping that we would get more corporate citizens coming on board to join us in this most important event to fulfill obligations in terms of a platinum, diamond, or gold sponsors. And of course, as you mentioned, certainly visiting our website at the National Health Research Conference, TT.com, is the place where you should go. And again, for further updates on what is taking place. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving us that insight. Like I said, we'll check in with you closer to the date. But best of luck again, and thank you for your time this morning, Mr. Cassie. That, of
You're
course,
most welcome. Thank you.
Mr. Dave Cassie, the co-chair of the Interinstitutional Planning Committee, as they get ready for the 5th Annual National Health Research Conference happening on the 22nd of November at the Hyatt Regency. We'll remind you closer down, but for now, stick around. We've got even more events and activities for you to pay attention to here on The Now.